If you've ever been called antisocial for skipping parties, or been told your messy desk is unprofessional, this video might completely change how you see yourself. Because science has discovered that some of the things people criticize you for might actually be signs of exceptional intelligence. And number one on this list? It's something you probably do every single day without realizing it's connected to genius-level brain function. Number 10, you're addicted to alone time. Here's the thing. While everyone else is posting their party photos, you're at home in your pajamas feeling absolutely zero FOMO. In fact, you feel energized. Like you could solve the world's biggest problems from your couch. And here's what nobody tells you. That's not weird. That's your brain operating at a higher level. Scientists have discovered something fascinating. Intelligent people don't just prefer alone time. They actually need it more than others. Why? Because your brain is constantly running in the background like a supercomputer. Every social interaction forces your mind to read microexpressions, decode tone, track multiple conversation threads simultaneously. For most people, this is manageable. For you, it's like running a marathon while solving calculus problems. But here's where it gets interesting. When you're alone, your brain activates something called the default mode network. This is where the magic happens. Your mind wanders, connects random dots, processes everything you've experienced. Ever noticed how your best ideas hit you in the shower or right before sleep? That's not coincidence. That's your genius brain finally getting the quiet it needs to make breakthrough connections. Research backs this up. Higher IQ individuals report feeling happier and more fulfilled spending time alone compared to constant socializing. So next time someone calls you antisocial for choosing Netflix over networking, just smile. You're not avoiding people. You're optimizing your neural pathways. Number 9, your space looks like a tornado hit it. Let me paint a picture. Your desk looks like a paper explosion. Clothes scattered everywhere. 3 coffee mugs from different days. But here's the crazy part. Ask you where your phone charger is, and you'll find it in 3 seconds flat. People call this messy. Science calls it something else entirely. The University of Minnesota conducted a fascinating experiment. They put people in 2 different rooms, one pristine and organized, one chaotic and cluttered. Then they asked both groups to solve creative problems. The results shocked everyone. The people in messy environments generated significantly more creative and innovative solutions. When asked to come up with unusual uses for ping-pong balls, the messy room participants crushed it. But here's the critical distinction you need to understand. There's messy, and then there's organized chaos. Intelligent people don't have random mess. They have productive disorder. Every item in that apparent chaos is exactly where your brain filed it. You've created an external hard drive that only you can navigate. Your brain isn't wasting precious energy on tidying. It's too busy making connections, solving problems, creating ideas. That pile of books? That's not clutter. That's your brain's filing system in physical form. Number 8, you can't make a simple decision to save your life. Picture this. You're standing in the cereal aisle. 10 minutes have passed. You're comparing nutrition labels, analyzing price per ounce, considering the environmental impact of cardboard versus plastic packaging, wondering about the supply chain ethics. And you still haven't chosen breakfast. Welcome to the Overthinking Club. Population. Every highly intelligent person on Earth. Here's what most people don't understand. Overthinking isn't a flaw. It's your brain running advanced simulations that most people can't even conceptualize. While others make snap-gut decisions, your prefrontal cortex, the complex reasoning center, is building probability trees, running scenarios, predicting outcomes across multiple timelines. Neuroscience scans show overthinkers have significantly more active prefrontal regions. You're not indecisive. You're thorough to a fault. The downside, decision fatigue is brutally real. Your brain burns glucose with every decision. That's why choosing what to watch on Netflix feels impossible by evening. You've used up your decision-making fuel. But here's the hidden advantage nobody talks about. Overthinkers learn exponentially better from mistakes. While others move on, you're analyzing what went wrong, extracting lessons, updating your mental models. That replay button you can't turn off? It's making you smarter with every loop. Number 7, small talk physically pains you. Beautiful weather we're having. Yeah, it is. Then silence. Excruciating, soul-crushing silence. If small talk feels like intellectual torture, you're in elite company. The world's brightest minds share your frustration. Here's why. Your brain craves depth like other people crave coffee. While they're content discussing weather patterns, your mind is 3 layers deeper, thinking about climate systems, societal implications, the philosophy of what makes good conversation. Small talk to your brain is like using a Ferrari to deliver pizza. Technically possible, absolutely wasteful. Research reveals that higher intelligence correlates directly with preference for meaningful conversation. These individuals get actual neurological activation from complex exchanges, discussing ideas, debating concepts, exploring systems. Surface-level pleasantries? Their brains literally idle. Think of your mind as a high-performance engine. Small talk is sitting in traffic. Deep conversation is finally hitting the open highway. Pro tip: instead of suffering through, "How about this weather?" try redirecting. Ask, "What's the most interesting thing you've learned this week?" Watch how the conversation transforms. You're not bad at small talk. You're just built for bigger conversations. Number 6, your mind never stops wandering. You're in a meeting. Someone's droning on about quarterly reports. But your mind is 3 years in the future, designing a time machine or planning your Nobel Prize acceptance speech. And you feel guilty about it. Don't. That constant daydreaming isn't ADHD. It's not lack of focus. It's your brain refusing to waste processing power on information it deems non-essential. And the science behind this is mind-blowing. When you daydream, your brain doesn't shut down. It powers up. The default mode network activates, making memory connections, generating creative solutions, solving problems in the background like a computer running diagnostics. People with highly active default mode networks consistently score higher on both intelligence and creativity assessments. History proves this. Einstein developed the theory of relativity during his walking daydreams. J.K. Rowling conceived the entire Harry Potter universe on a delayed train, staring out the window. Those weren't distracted moments. Those were genius at work. Daydreamers excel at insight problems. Those aha moments when solutions suddenly crystallize. Your wandering mind is running thousands of background simulations, testing scenarios, preparing for challenges you haven't even encountered yet. So next time someone tells you to focus, remind them your brain is multitasking at levels they can't comprehend. Number 5, you're impossibly selective about friends. 3 close friends versus 30 acquaintances. And honestly, you prefer it that way. Society says you should network, expand your circle, collect contacts. Science says something very different. Intelligent people consistently maintain smaller social circles with significantly deeper relationships. This isn't social anxiety or inability to make friends. It's strategic resource allocation. Higher IQ individuals report feeling substantially happier with fewer meaningful friendships than large networks of casual connections. Here's the math. Maintaining friendships requires serious emotional and cognitive energy. Remembering details, processing emotions, navigating social dynamics. Intelligent people make a calculated choice. Invest deeply in a handful of relationships rather than spreading thin across surface-level connections. They seek friends who challenge their thinking, share genuine interests, complement their weaknesses. Studies show highly intelligent individuals are selective about social situations, consistently preferring deep one-on-one conversation over large group interactions. This selectivity isn't antisocial. It's optimization. You're maximizing social energy for maximum intellectual and emotional reward. Quality always beats quantity when your brain operates at this level. Number 4, you laugh at your own jokes, even when nobody else does. You drop what you think is comedy gold. Silence. Crickets. But 5 minutes later, you're still chuckling to yourself. That awkward moment, that's actually a sign of high intelligence and independent thinking. People who laugh at their own jokes despite social feedback display remarkable traits. First, genuine self-confidence, not needing external validation to know something is valuable. Second, unique perspective. Seeing humor others miss requires abstract thinking and creative mental flexibility. Cognitive psychology research shows that people who maintain their own judgment despite social pressure score significantly higher on independent thinking measures. When you laugh at your own joke, you're essentially saying, "I trust my perception more than I need your approval." That's intellectual independence. But here's the deeper layer. Your self-amusement often comes from seeing connections others completely missed. Your joke might be operating on multiple meaning levels that flew over everyone's heads. You're not socially awkward. You're intellectually independent. Plus, self-humor indicates emotional intelligence. You can laugh at yourself, handle social awkwardness gracefully, maintain confidence despite others' reactions. That's psychological resilience combined with cognitive flexibility. So next time you're the only one laughing at your joke, consider this. You might be the only one smart enough to get it. That weird laugh in the corner? Genius confirmed. Number 3. You're incurably, almost pathologically curious. It's 3 in the morning. You started researching something for work. Somehow you're now watching deep-sea documentaries wondering if octopuses dream. And you cannot stop. That rabbit hole addiction? That's not procrastination. That's genius mode activated. Curiosity is literally intelligence fuel. When you're curious, your brain releases dopamine, the same chemical associated with pleasure and reward. But curious people don't just learn more information. They learn better. Their brains enter a heightened state, primed to absorb and permanently retain information. Scientists discovered that curious individuals have significantly more active hippocampus regions, your memory formation center. When you spiral down those rabbit holes, you're not wasting time. You're strengthening your brain's learning capacity. You're building unexpected neural connections. Curiosity drives divergent thinking, the ability to see multiple solutions to single problems. Those midnight Wikipedia adventures about medieval castle architecture? You're training your brain for creative problem solving and making connections others never see. Your random Google sessions aren't weird. They're high-level brain training. Every tangent is expanding your knowledge network, creating more dots for your genius brain to connect later. Number 2. Sarcasm is your default language. Oh great, another meeting that could have been an email. If sarcasm flows from your mouth like water, congratulations. You're flexing serious cognitive muscles that most people don't even have. Sarcasm requires mental gymnastics that are genuinely impressive. Your brain must simultaneously understand the literal meaning, flip it to its opposite, read social cues for appropriate timing, and deliver with perfect tone. This activates multiple brain regions at once: language processing, social cognition, and abstract thinking. Research from Harvard and Columbia revealed something fascinating. Sarcastic people score significantly higher on creativity tests. Why? Because sarcasm forces multi-layer thinking, literal meaning, figurative meaning, and social context, all processed simultaneously. It's intellectual multitasking at the highest level. The catch: you need intelligence to read your audience. The same studies found sarcasm only boosts creativity when both people understand it. If you're naturally sarcastic, your brain processes social situations at lightning speed, making real-time calculations about what's appropriate, what's funny, and what will land. That's not being difficult. That's operating several cognitive levels above average. Number 1. You see patterns everywhere that nobody else notices. Ever notice coincidences that seem too perfect? Your phone always dies before important calls. You keep seeing the same numbers. Random events seem connected. While everyone else dismisses these as meaningless, your brain is doing something extraordinary. Pattern recognition is one of the most powerful indicators of advanced cognitive ability. Your brain constantly connects dots and analyzes sequences that others completely miss. Studies show highly intelligent people have significantly more active neural networks in pattern detection areas. This isn't paranoia. This isn't superstition. This is your brain working overtime to extract meaning from chaos. You're seeing connections that genuinely exist, but are too subtle for most people to detect. Your brain is built to find signal in noise, to identify trends before they become obvious, to predict outcomes based on minimal data. This is the same ability that drives scientific breakthroughs, successful predictions, and innovative thinking. Those everything happens for a reason moments that give you chills? That's not mysticism. That's your genius-level pattern recognition at work, finding the threads that connect seemingly random events. So there you have it. 10 weird quirks that secretly prove you're operating on a different cognitive level. How many of these do you have? Drop a comment below. I'm genuinely curious. And if this video made you see yourself differently, hit that subscribe button because we're diving deep into more brain science that'll blow your mind. See you in the next one.